let's watch itong balita kay Trillanes. Hindi ko alam kung ano kung actually hindi ako nagfa-follow sa impeachment hearing kasi masyadong una ang sobrang haba nung mga hearing, 'di ba? Parang sasayangin mo yung feeling ko sasayangin mo yung buhay mo para mag-follow eh. So pasilip-silip na lang ako pag may mga bagong mga news about it. Pero ngayon medyo maingay itong ginawa ni former Senator Trillanes dahil eto Trillanes records on VP Duterte husband's bank transactions matched records of AMLAC. Okay, panoorin natin yung report.
Documents submitted to the House Justice Panel by ex-Philippine Senator Antonio Trillanes match the Vice President's transactions, which were flagged by the Anti-Money Laundering Council. The Council also confirmed that the Vice President received cash from a Samuel Uy, whom Trillanes tagged as an alleged drug lord. More details from Agatha Gregorio.
Okay.
Similar amounts and similar dates were seen on 18 randomly selected transactions involving the bank accounts of Vice President Sara Duterte and her husband Manasseh Carpio. The comparison was made between the records of the Anti-Money Laundering Council and the affidavit presented by former Senator Antonio Trillanes. The former senator had accused the Vice President and other members of the Duterte family of receiving millions of pesos in managers' checks from alleged drug lord Samuel Sammy Uy. According to Trillanes, the Vice President and her immediate family received a total of 181 million from Uy.
181 million. So yung mga bank records nag-match dun sa report ni Trillanes. Okay.
Batay sa mga nabanggit na records, nalikom ko ang mga sumusunod na mahalagang impormasyon na nagpapakita na si Sara Duterte at ang mga miyembro ng kanyang pamilya, kabilang na ang kanyang ama na si Rodrigo Duterte, ang common law wife ni Rodrigo Duterte na si Hanilet Abansenya, kasama pa ang kanilang anak na si Kitty Duterte, ang mga kapatid niya na si Pulong Duterte at Baste Duterte, ay tumanggap ng pera o nag-encash ng daang-daang milyong halaga na mga cashier's checks o personal checks mula sa isang kilalang drug lord na si Sammy Uy.
Trillanes' affidavit also contained annexes detailing transactions supposedly from the bank accounts owned by the Duterte family. At one point, party list representative Laila De Lima asked the AMLC to check bank transactions she randomly selected with the documents presented by Trillanes. The AMLC confirmed that some transactions appearing in its records were similar to the transactions cited in the affidavit of Trillanes. According to the AMLC report, Duterte was the beneficiary of check purchases from Uy and two other individuals.
The third transaction is likewise confirmed. Similar transaction appear in the AMLC report. So this total of 3 transactions appearing in Annex I with the title Sammy Uy Payouts to Sara Duterte and Family. All of this were confirmed by the AMLC that similar transactions appear in their report.
Okay, so confirmed ang but kanina meron ako mga nabasang sa Facebook, mga alam kong mga DDS, hindi sila naniniwala 'di ba? Hindi sila naniniwala. Parang para sa kanila hearsay lang 'to. Kasi hindi ko alam kung naiintindihan nila na nag-match, kung anong importance nung nag-match doon sa records ng AMLAC at saka yung records ni Trillanes. Kasi kung supposedly dapat yung AMLAC, sigurado ka na tama yun. Okay, yun ang assumption. That should be the tawag dito, yun yung control na tinatawag. Yun yung totoo, 'di ba? So pag let's say nagbigay ng dokumento si Trillanes, tapos iba yung nakalagay dun sa dokumento niya pag kinumpara dun sa AMLAC, that should mean na mali yung kay Trillanes at hindi mali yung sa AMLAC, kasi it is supposed to be considered na yung nasa AMLAC, yung records nila, yun yung tama. Okay? So pag mali doon, either inimbento lang yun ni Trillanes o hindi. So pag nag-match yung dala ni Trillanes na dokumento doon sa AMLAC, ibig sabihin tama yung dokumento na tama yung dala ni Trillanes. 'Di ba? Ganun 'yun. Kasi kung mali yung kung sasabihin mo mali yung AMLAC, then paano mo malalaman kung ano yung tama, 'di ba? Wala ka ng ibang pagbabasihan 'di ba? Unless di ko alam kung let's say si Sara Duterte meron din siyang sariling dokumento, 'di ba? Pwede niyang sabihin na yung sa AMLAC mali, 'di ba? Ito yung totoo. Pero hindi ko alam. Hindi pa naman nangyayari 'yun. Malay mo kung anong mangyari. At saka isa pa, ayaw nilang buksan yung mga records ni Sara Duterte. Okay? Tuloy muna natin. Ang point ko lang is yung ibang mga nakita kong DDS, ano sila, hindi ko alam kung hindi nila, kumbaga sinasabi nila sinungaling lang si Trillanes. Kaso ang problema dun sa claim na yun, nag-match yung kanyang dalang dokumento doon sa files ng AMLAC, which is supposed to be the truth. Okay? So, kung nag-match yun, kung hindi nag-match yun, pwede na sabihing invento. Pero kung nag-match, either nahulaan lang ni Trillanes yun, or totoo talaga. 'Di ba?
Even the dates of two of the transactions listed under supposed payouts to Sara Duterte matched what was in the AMLC report, which were also linked to Samuel Uy. The AMLC report also included information that the vice president was a subject of suspicion in 27 confidential reports submitted by covered persons.
Okay.
Drug trafficking and related offenses, so triggered in connection with the House Quad Committee hearing on former President Rodrigo Duterte's war on drugs, as well as by news reports alleging the involvement of VP Sara's husband in the 6.4 billion shabu importation in 2017. Graft and corrupt practices / malversation of public funds. There are in relation to news articles related to the impeachment case filed against VP Sara in 2025, as well as alleged misuse of confidential / intelligence funds.
Trillanes also alleged Samuel Uy is a well-known political contributor of Duterte and is linked to Michael Yang, who was an economic advisor during Duterte's presidency.
Okay, yun ang isang importanteng detalye dito kasi when you say Duterte, synonymous yan dun sa war on drugs ni Duterte. And naiintindihan ko yung sentiment ng mga DDS na at saka yung mga ibang supporters ni Duterte na tawag dito na pabor doon sa kanyang war on drugs. That's a separate discussion already. Okay? Ako kasi I get the why some people like it or approve of it with the reservations, 'di ba? Yung iba naman talagang G na G. Pero sa akin kasi parang hindi talaga dapat naging ganun yung ginawa niya. Okay yung paglaban sa drugs, pero yung may mga patayan, yun ang mahirap yun, slippery slope yun. Na matindi para sa akin. So ngayon, ang isa pang thing kung bakit hindi ako convinced is because may mga allegations at suspicions na okay, pinapapatay mo yung mga addict, nilalabanan mo yung meron kang war on drugs, 'di ba? Whether state sanctioned yung mga killings or not, it doesn't matter. Basta you have a war on drugs. Pero ang sinasabi nung mga chismis is drug lord ka rin. 'Di ba? Parang tropa mo rin yung mga drug lord at nakikinabang ka din sa drug money. Kaya hindi talaga ako totally convinced na about Duterte's drug war eh. Yun ang problema ko talaga kasi may mga tropa silang mga katulad nito, tong Samuel Uy. Ngayon, nag-match yung mga yung mga dokumento pointing to Samuel Uy. 'Di ba? So, if that is true, then that means nakikinabang yung mga Duterte or at least si Sara Duterte sa pera na galing sa drugs na supposed to be nilalabanan nila. 'Di ba? So yun yung matindi doon. And I don't know yung mga Duterte supporters, hindi ko alam kung paano nila paano sila nagre-react dito, or kasi may mga syempre meron kasing mga reasonable pa na na Duterte supporters. Meron ding mga talagang kultado na talagang kahit anong gawin mo, kahit ewan ko, kahit mangmasa si Duterte ba, o Duterte pa rin sila kahit anong gawin ni Duterte. 'Di ba? May mga ganong followers kasi sa Duterte talaga. Pero meron din naman na naiintindihan lang siya, and I don't know, for some reason they like Duterte. Medyo nalalabuhan ako doon, but sure, 'di ba? Okay, kanya-kanyang yan, maaring hindi lang kita maintindihan siguro. 'Di ba? But or meron kang iniisip about it na hindi ko naiisip. So, yun. But this connection with a drug lord na tapos nagmamatch yung records niya with AMLAC, medyo matinding matinding proof yun na merong kaugnayan at kumikita ang Duterte sa mga drug lord na supposed to be kaaway nila. 'Di ba? And if kung totoo na gusto mo yung Duterte dahil kinakalaban nila yung drugs, 'di ba? Tapos malalaman mo ngayon na nakikinabang din sila doon sa drugs. Anong gagawin mo ngayon? 'Di ba? So, again, may proof dito eh. Ang nagiging reaction is, hindi totoo 'yan. Trillanes 'yan, sinungaling 'yan. Kaso nga nagmatch eh. Nagmatch yung dokumento eh. 'Di ba? Either nahulaan niya either nahulaan lang ni Trillanes yung mga numero doon, or mali yung sa AMLAC, or tama talaga si Trillanes. 'Di ba? So, yun.
Agatha Gregorio, ABS-CBN News.
The Philippine Anti-Money Laundering Council reveals to the House Justice Committee numerous suspicious bank transactions of Vice President Sara Duterte. The findings were presented
Pwedeng sabihin nila na bias ang ABS-CBN, ang ANC, ang news.
at the committee's third hearing Wednesday on the impeachment complaints against her. Vivian Gulia has more.
That these red flag indicators covers now the respondents that we are being that is now being heard by this committee.
Tama po.
The Anti-Money Laundering Council flagged transactions involving Vice President Sara Duterte and her husband Manasseh Carpio.
Ang pogi pala, yun ba yung asawa ni Duterte? Yun ba yun? Ito pala si Norbs nag-comment sa Jamcast. Tingnan natin mamaya yan.
6.7 billion pesos from 2006 to 2025. During the resumption of the House Committee on Justice impeachment hearing, the AMLC says these are considered covered transactions or those exceeding 500,000 pesos and suspicious transactions regardless of the amounts. Of the 6.7 billion pesos, 4.4 billion were inflow, 1.5 billion were outflow, and 791.1 million were undetermined whether inflow or outflow.
Billion, okay. Well, meron akong narinig na explanation dyan. Yung 3.9 billion, di naman daw ibig sabihin may nag deposit ng 3.9 billion. Ibig sabihin, let's say, ang sinabi niya is, let's say may bank account ka, 'di ba? Kasi para yung transactions yan eh, grand total ng transactions doon sa bank account na yun. So kung let's say nag-deposit ka ng 500 sa isang bank account, tapos withdraw mo ulit. So pag nag-deposit ka, magkakaroon ka ng total bank transaction amount na 500. Pag withdraw mo yung 500 na yon, madadagdagan yun sa bank transaction amount mo. Magiging 1,000 na yung bank transaction amount mo. Pero wala ka ng pera, 'di ba? Pero meron kang 1,000. 'Di ba? Kasi yun yung kumbaga kino-compute lang nung bank transaction amount kung magkano yung lumabas at pumasok doon sa bank account na yon. Okay? So kung let's say di 1,000 na yung amount. Let's say nag-deposit ka ngayon ng 5,300, 'di ba? So 5,300 ang magiging laman ng bangko mo, pero yung 1,000 yung total bank account bank account total mo, transactions total would be 1,000 plus 5,300. So magiging 6,300 na 'yon. Kumbaga dadagdag lang ng dadagdag 'yon. Okay? So magiging magma-match lang 'yan kung let's say siguro yung unang deposit mo, 'di ba? O kaya somehow naabol mo yung amount. Okay?
Policy records show Duterte's accounts and those that identified her as beneficiary or counterparty generated a total of 417 covered and suspicious transactions amounting to 3.92 billion pesos from 2006 until 2025. These include credit memos, debit memos, fund transfers, miscellaneous transactions, time deposit payments, check deposits, and purchase of life insurance. Carpy's accounts and those that identified him as beneficiary or counterparty also generated over 400 covered and suspicious transactions, totaling nearly 3.13 billion pesos from 2007 to 2026. Most of these were purchases of check deposits, fund transfers, withdrawals, and cash deposits, and check clearing. Some congressmen pointed out these huge amounts do not seem to match the declarations in Duterte's statements of assets, liabilities, and net worth.
Yun lang. yun lang, hindi nagma-match dun sa salin. 'Di ba? Yun ang problema dito, hindi siya nagma-match dun sa salin. Pero syempre, malalaman natin ngayon kung kasi ang question naman dito is kung legal or through illegal means nakuha yung mga pera na yon, or yung pera ba na i-deposit doon drug money ba yon, or kung legit na negosyo or bribe or whatever, 'di ba, na illegal o hindi nagaling sa corruption, then doon malalaman. Kasi kung hindi siya nagmamatch, significantly mas malaki siya kaysa dun sa declared sa SALN mo, then may problema ka. Kailangan mo magpaliwanag bakit ganun yung laman ng bangko mo. So yun.
Or SALN.
Hindi nagtutugma yung kwento sa kwenta.
Kahit mag-usap po tayo doon sa total investment activities ng atin pong pangalawang Pangulo on her transactions, hindi ho magbabangga doon po sa kabuuan ng kanya pong net worth at 88 million at doon po sa mas maliit pa
88 million
na mga net worth in a previous reporting.
Quezon City 4th District Representative Bong Suntay, however, pointed out not all the amounts mentioned went into the
ito yung nagpapantasya kay Ann Curtis, 'di ba? Hayop ka, Boy Suntay.
Duterte and her husband's bank accounts. There were also outflows. He added the period covered by the AMLC report covers the years when Duterte was not yet an impeachable official.
Ang dapat na pagtuunan natin ng pansin actually 2022 to present. Yung na-flag ng AMLA noong 2022, which was the time she was Vice President, 41 million. Yun yung lumabas-pasok sa account. Noong 2023, 4.7 million. Yun yung lumabas-pasok sa account. Noong 2024, 13.4 million. Yun yung lumabas-pasok sa account.
Okay, parang parehas
Noong
lang sinabi ko.
2025,
A seat continues to be allotted for the
Duterte called out for continued absence at House Justice panel hearings. Okay.